Ryan Gravenberch, open to Reds move. A new report on Liverpool's midfield recruitment in the summer transfer window has given an update on 3 different targets. It has been a chaotic week for the Reds and one that many will want to forget in a hurry when it comes to transfers. Liverpool have lost Moises Caicedo and Romeo Lavia to Chelsea, meaning they are still without a defensive midfielder as deadline day approaches. One midfielder who has been linked with a move to Anfield several times since the end of last season is Gravenberch, who moved to Bayern Munich from Ajax last summer but failed to make a big impact in the 2022-2023 season. It seems that the 21-year-old will have to settle for still being a bit part player for the Bundesliga giants. So a move elsewhere this summer might be more preferable for him. While Liverpool's interest seems to have waned a bit, move still doesn't seem to be completely out of the plans. Journalist Ben Jacobs gave an update on Liverpool's transfer situation, reporting on Aurélien Tchouameni and Gravenberch. Chelsea are on the verge of signing another Liverpool target, Southampton's Romeo Lavia. As a result, I expect Liverpool to be busy from now until the window closes. Real Madrid don't want to sell Aurélien Tchouameni and the player doesn't want to leave, so I don't see much truth in these links. Andre at Fluminense is another possibility, but the Brazilian club hopes to keep him until 2024. Bayern's Ryan Gravenberch has also long been a target. The player is also interested in this transfer. It's just a question of whether Bayern will sell. Liverpool can't afford to be too picky about bringing more midfielders to the club, given how thin they look in terms of number 6 options ahead of Saturday's Premier League clash with Bournemouth at Anfield. While acknowledging that Gravenberch is best as a number 8 given more freedom to express himself, he has played in a deeper role before and could be a good option if Jürgen Klopp believes he can be effective there. At just 21 years of age, there is no doubt that the Bayern player, once dubbed Holland's biggest talent by Wim Kieft, has a high ceiling. If Liverpool can land him, or anyone else, he would help fill the void left by Fabinho and Jordan Henderson. Be that as it may, an important job needs to be done in the coming days, such as the transfer of a left-footed stopper as well as a midfielder. Otherwise the Reds could find themselves in for a long season. Last season was already a poor performance and this season the expectations are even higher. If the Reds want to finish top of the league, they will definitely have to act quickly. The latest on Liverpool ahead of the Bournemouth game. Liverpool will be looking for victory in their second attempt to open the 2023-2024 Premier League season when they host Bournemouth at Anfield on Saturday. Jürgen Klopp's side drew 1-1 with Chelsea at Stamford Bridge last week and had to settle for a point to start the Premier League campaign. Luis Diaz's opening goal in West London was answered by Axel Disasi as the fans shared the points. The Reds will host Andoni Iraola's side 12 months after a memorable 9-0 thrashing of the Scott Parker-led Cherries, who gained revenge 7 months later with a 1-0 win at Vitality Stadium. Ahead of the clash with Bournemouth, who played out a low-scoring draw with West Ham United on matchday 1, here's Liverpool's latest injury and suspension updates. Thiago Alcantara. The Spanish midfielder is yet to return from hip surgery in the final weeks of the 2022-2023 season. Saturday's game is likely to be too early for him, but there is optimism that he will be back before the end of the month. Thiago has started practicing with the team but will need to improve his fitness. Thiago's possible return date is August 27th against Newcastle United. Stefan Bajcetic. Like his compatriot, Stefan Bajcetic's severe adductor injury may take a few more weeks to fully recover. Like Thiago, Bajcetic is expected to return on August 27th against Newcastle United. On the other hand, Liverpool have no suspended players for this match. However, it remains a big problem for Klopp to solve. The Reds have no players in midfield who can play in a defensive role. With the departure of Fabinho, there is a big hole in this area and it is still not filled. Last week McAllister started in this area, but the midfield was very weak against Chelsea. Klopp tried Curtis Jones in this area in pre-season but gave McAllister the nod against Chelsea. Who he will deploy in this area against Bournemouth is a big question. Pashurs could be the last player to arrive before this summer's transfer window closes. Liverpool are looking to add Torino stopper Pashurs this summer as Jürgen Klopp looks to shore up his defence after a poor season. Last season, the Anfield outfit's lack of fluidity and cohesion saw them finish 5th in the Premier League and fail to qualify for the Champions League for the first time in 7 years. While moves are being made on the transfer front to rectify this, a defender has yet to be signed. This is largely due to the emphasis on rebuilding the midfield, but with the 2023-2024 season looming, Klopp and his team would be wise to move quickly to secure the club's ambitions. According to Italian sources, Liverpool will be able to secure Schürrle's signature if they meet Turin's €40 million price tag. However, English rivals Crystal Palace and West Ham United are also interested. The 23-year-old is right-footed, which doesn't make him the perfect profile for Klopp's team, but he is improving. He could be a good addition to complement Virgil van Dijk and Ibrahima Konate. After last year's uninspiring campaign, it is imperative for Red Sporting Director Jürgen to strengthen the squad effectively before the transfer window closes in a few weeks. Schürrle may not yet be a finished piece, but he has been praised by Ajax director of football Mark Overmars as a great Dutch talent. Schürrle can certainly complement Liverpool's defense and increase the team's depth and resilience. According to SofaScore, he averaged a 6.9 match rating in the Italian First Division last season and completed 88% of his passes. On the other hand, he averaged 3.2 clearances per game and was successful in 55% of his duels. An impressive ball carrier with a piercing eye for the ball, the Dutchman was ranked in the top 19% for successful tackles, top 20% for interceptions and top 7% for assists per game by FBref last year among stopper in Europe's top 5 leagues. Given the £30,000 a week star's ball-carrying prowess and zeal for his job, he could be Klopp's answer to Manchester United phenom Lisandro Martinez, who joined the Red Devils in a £57 million deal from Ajax last summer and has been heralded as a talented warrior by manager Erik ten Hag. The menacing Argentine ranks in the top 20% of his positional peers in forward carries, top 12% in successful tackles, top 6% in interceptions, and top 5% in blocks per 90, demonstrating his energy and presence as a relentless defensive force. Schürrle will need to improve his ball advancement skills. He ranks in the bottom 17% for forward passes, but he is gaining something every season, and by joining at Anfield he can take his game to the next level under Klopp's tutelage and unleash the full extent of his talents. With Martinez proving to be an absolute beast at Old Trafford according to teammate Luke Shaw, bringing in a World Cup winner like Schürrle could be a smart move for the Merseysiders. Described as a mountain by journalist Josh Bunting, the giant could provide Liverpool with an additional layer of protection and a new dimension to help the club achieve their goals once again.